Hi there. I'm sorry this is late. I've had strep throat for the past week and a half, so here's my personal family story. A long time ago, when I was in kindergarten, when I was 6, my mom, for her birthday, wanted to go to the zoo to see the new penguin exhibit. And it was the first time I'd ever been to the zoo, and so I was very, very excited. On the Friday before the weekend when we were going to go, I shared for my show and tell that day that I was going to the zoo for the first time, and I was so excited. And my teacher asked me, "Which zoo are you going to?" And I said, "Oh, the Woodland Park Zoo." And he said, "Well, my wife works at the Woodland Park Zoo." And I said, "Oh, that's really cool. Maybe I'll see her tomorrow." And he asked me which exhibit I was most excited to see. And I said, "Well, I'm excited to see the penguin exhibit because that's what my mom is looking forward to. And it's her birthday, so that's why we're going to see the new penguin exhibit." And he said, "Oh, okay. You might see my wife there." And I said, "Great. I'll tell her hi and say hi for you because you won't be there." And so after a restless night of sleep, my mom and I woke up the next morning and got dressed in our warm clothes because it was January. And we went to the penguin exhibit and we went to the zoo, and I was so excited the whole time. And we walked in, and the first thing we went to was the penguins because my mom was so excited to go for her birthday. And I was so excited with her because I'd never been to the zoo, but of course we had to see the penguins first because we were going for mom. So we were looking at the new penguin exhibit, and my mom was so happy, beaming from ear to ear. And we were there for about 5 minutes, and just as we were about to leave, my teacher taps me on the shoulder. And I look at him and I say, "Well, hello, Mr. Peters, how are you?" And he looks down at me and says, "Oh, well, I'm great. I was just here with my wife." And he introduced me to his wife, and my mom and him shook hands, and I was very confused as to why my teacher was here. And he said, "Well, since you were so excited to go to the penguin exhibit, I just thought I'd tell my wife that you and your mom were coming, and maybe she could take you back and see some penguins." And I looked at my mom and I asked, like, "Are we really going to go see penguins?" And was just beside herself, and she said, "I think we get to meet a penguin today, Brianna." And I just didn't know what to say. I was speechless. And as he and his wife led us back to the penguins, back behind the penguins, my mom started to cry. And I looked at her and I said, "Mom, why are you crying?" And she said, "Things like this don't really ever happen to me, big surprises, but this is one of the best birthday surprises I've ever had." And so we get to the back of the penguin exhibit, and my teacher's wife disappears, and all of a sudden she walks out holding a penguin. And that was the day that my mom got to meet her favorite animal ever. And that was the day I got to share my mom's favorite birthday with her.